So I decided to make a little video, and we are going to do a What's Cooking episode in the kitchen of the Sassy Mom. So today we are making, it's a creamy Crockpot white chicken chili. So what I usually do, and this is probably like the worst cooking or the best cooking, I'm not sure, is I usually start with a recipe, but then I kind of improvise after it. But I'm going to try really hard to follow closely to this recipe today, just so that you guys can follow along with me. I found this recipe on Pinterest, where I find most of my recipes. And it's really nice and convenient because I can throw everything in my crock pot back here. I couldn't tell where you could see it. So then this way, I don't have to worry about it. I just wait till it's done. And this is going to come in big handy today because we actually have people coming to do our flooring in the kitchen. Yay! So excited. So with that being said, it's going to be busy and chaotic in our house today. And I thought, well, you know, I'm not going to really be able to be in the kitchen cooking, so if I throw everything in a crock pot, I'll have a meal to eat later. So we're going to go ahead and get started with this. I do have most of my supplies already laid out for you. I do have to chop up my onion real fast here, so I figured I could do that while I was talking with you this morning. So I love to cook. I know that whenever I was pregnant, I kind of fell off of cooking a little bit. I didn't have the energy to do it, and I found myself eating way more takeout than I ever wanted to. Since I've had the baby, I have definitely had the urge to want to cook again, but timing is a big thing when it comes to having a little guy, as I'm sure most of you know. So I'm always looking for new recipes that are pretty quick and easy, but still kind of healthy-ish, because I am still trying to work off some of that baby weight. So those are the recipes that I tend to kind of search for on Pinterest. Crockpot is my best friend. I got this Crockpot, gosh, I don't even know how long ago, and it's one of those ones that you can program and time. So that is like my best friend, so that if I have to step out, go grocery shopping, visit with family or friends, it just cooks, and then whenever it shuts off, it'll just stay on warm mode. This was also my best friend when I was working full-time too, so that I could keep good meals in the house and also try to fight that fatigue whenever I came home from work and not wanting to cook, because that happens a lot in my world. But, so almost done chopping up this onion here. Just kind of doing like a rough chop. You know, I have all these fancy kitchen gadgets too. I should probably pull those out one of these episodes and show you guys how those work. So if you think about it, or you want to, make sure you comment below. Tell me what your favorite recipe is, or even what your favorite kitchen gadget is. What's your favorite thing to use in the kitchen? Just start to generate some conversation. You know, give me some ideas of what kinds of things you like to eat, or what things you'd like to see. Because, like I said, we're always up for trying new recipes. And I love kitchen gadgets. My husband actually had to build me a lot more storage so that I could hold a lot of my kitchen gadgets. Even though I'm not doing a very good job of demonstrating how I use them today, but that's okay. And if you are new here and you like what you see, or you want to know more about some of the other Sassy Mom sagas, make sure you hit the subscribe button and like our video. Clayton is actually sleeping right now, so he won't be guest appearing in our video today. But that's good. He just had his 4-month checkup yesterday, and everything went good. I'm going to make a video about that. He wasn't feeling too good yesterday. He had to get shots, so I didn't want to make his video yesterday when he wasn't feeling so good. So we will be making that here soon. Maybe once the chaos is done in the house today. Okay, onions are almost chopped here. Alright, now that that is done, I can tell you guys what else is next in this recipe. So another thing that I did to kind of speed the process up is I pulled out some chicken last night, put it in a bowl with some plastic wrap on it, put it in the fridge so that it would defrost. It actually didn't defrost the whole way, but that's okay because I'm going to have this in the crock pot for a long time, so it'll be able to slowly cook through. But that is kind of like my cheat way, is I'll pull my meat out the night before that I'm going to use for the next day, so then that way I'm not trying to defrost in the microwave because I think that makes chicken taste gross. Or maybe it's just the way I do it, I don't know. So our ingredients are 1 pound boneless, skinless chicken breast, 1 yellow onion, which I just diced, 2 cloves of garlic minced. I did forget to get that. Give me 1 second here. And I am cheating with that. I'm using the jar stuff. Sometimes you gotta pick and choose, I guess. So 2 cloves garlic minced, 24 ounces of chicken broth, 2 15-ounce cans of Great Northern beans drained and rinsed, which are these. Another thing is I do all of my shopping pretty much at Aldi's. I love Aldi's. You can't beat the prices. I don't know if you have an Aldi's where you are, but if you have never checked it out, check it out. You will fall in love. Took my husband some getting used to because he was used to, you know, name brand things, but he's fallen in love with a lot of the things that we make from there. Next thing on our recipe or ingredient list is 2 4-ounce cans of diced green chilies. If I can zoom, I don't know why it's not very clear for you guys, but those are just the diced tomatoes with green chilies. 2 cans of those. We also need a 15-ounce can of whole kernel corn drained. 1 teaspoon of salt. I have my salt shaker. Half a teaspoon of black pepper, my other pepper shaker. We need cumin, ground cumin, oregano, 3/4 teaspoon oregano, half a teaspoon of chili powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and we'll also need 4 ounces of reduced fat cream cheese softened, but we're not going to need that until later. And also 1/4 a cup of half and half. Also won't need that until later. And then you can put whatever toppings you want on this when it's done, such as sliced jalapenos, sliced avocados, a dollop of sour cream, minced fresh cilantro, tortilla chips, shredded Monterey Jack, or Mexican cheese. So those are our ingredients list. So let's get this party started here. First thing we're going to do is add our chicken breast to the bottom of the slow cooker and get that in there. Alright, so I have my slow cooker here. Put my chicken in the bottom. Like I said, it's still kind of a little bit frozen, but it will cook through. It's the best things about Crockpot. You can still put frozen items in there. I'm going to rinse my hands off real fast. I might be slightly a bit obsessive when it comes to touching chicken and then touching other things, so I'm always constantly washing my hands. Alright, next thing we need to do is top with the salt and pepper. Now here's that part I told you about, is that I'm not really good with measuring things, so I just kind of use my eyes and put a little bit of seasoning on that way. So I know I had read through and kind of gave you the measurements if you'd like to follow that. Or you could try my method and see how it turns out for you. So we're going to add some salt here on top of our chicken. Looks good. Add some pepper. I love pepper. Not a big salt person, more of a big pepper person. So we're going to move those out of our way. Let's see, we got the ground cumin. Add a little bit of that. I know this probably isn't the best angle to be showing you this, but the way my kitchen is kind of tore apart right now, this is the best I got. So we need some oregano. Alright. And some chili powder. Maybe. There we go. Chili powder. Me and my husband love spicy food, so this might be right up our alley. I have not tried this recipe yet, so this is a new one for us too. Next is cayenne pepper. So we're gonna toss a little bit of that in there. We will next chop with our diced onions that we just cut up. Diced onion, we do the minced garlic. I do need to get something out to scoop that out. Alright, minced garlic. Alright, let's see. I think our Great Northern beans are next. Now, these, I believe, needed to be drained and rinsed. Okay, so I'm going to turn you guys just for a minute, so then that way you guys can still see me and talk to me in my messy kitchen while I get these ready. I always said if we get to move, it has to have a nice big kitchen because I love to cook. I'd really love a kitchen with, I'm going to move a few things out of the sink for a second there. I really would like a kitchen with a big island in the middle. That would be my dream kitchen. But we work with what we got right now. So, like I said, we're getting new flooring. Can't wait to show you guys that. I'm so excited. So I'm doing the cheat way of rinsing. Throw a little water in there. I think my dogs think that they are getting water as they are right below me right now. I'll get you guys water in a minute, okay? So that is 1 can of Great Northern beans rinsed. Okay, throw those in there. Back into our crock pot. 1 more can to go. Opener didn't want to work there. I still need that. So it is kind of nice because my son likes to take a nice morning nap after he wakes up and eats in the morning. So this is kind of like my crunch time and a great time to do these crock pot recipes. Like I said, because he's sleeping. And that gives me a chance to kind of just get everything ready without having to kind of stop or, you know, take care of him. He does love to come out in the kitchen and cook with me though, so we're gonna, maybe we'll make a episode once with that too, with him out here cooking. There we go. Got the can stuck. Alright, so we'll turn us back around here. There we go. Throw our 2nd can of our beans into our crock pot. Maybe. Alright. So what do we got next? We have our green chilies. I love these things. These are 2 4-ounce cans, but this is a 10-ounce can, so I actually only need 1 of these. I apologize. Green chilies and tomatoes. Smells good. We got our corn. And then last but not least, our chicken broth that we will put in. Just going to drain this corn. Grab my measuring cup here. For our chicken broth. Corn. Now we need 24 ounces of chicken broth. Work on that here. All right. Almost the whole container of this. So we're going to put in our chicken broth. Okay, now I'm going to grab you guys, bring you over here so that you can take a look in our crock pot. So this is what we have created here. This is the start of our white chicken chili. I'm going to get us propped back up here. So what our next step is we are going to put this on low for, well, first we're going to stir it up. Give that a good stir. Mix everything up. Get those spices all mixed up in there. The onions, chicken broth, all kinds of stuff. Chicken. Looking good. Alright. Give that a stir. We're going to put our lid on, and we are going to, you can either put this on low for 8 hours or on high for 3 to 4 hours. So we are going to put it on, let's see, what time is it? We're going to do low for 8 hours. So that'll make it nice and aroma in the kitchen while they're tearing up the floor in here. So select my program, 8 hours, enter, put that on low. And we are good to go. So that is what we are, the first part of our what's cooking in the kitchen with the Sassy Mom. So I will put together another little video so you guys can see how it turns out tonight. All right, we're back, and we are making the Crockpot creamy chicken. And so this has been sitting for about 8 hours, actually a little bit more, because we had the contractors here still working on the house. So my kitchen is even more in disarray than it was earlier this morning whenever I was making this video. So I'll give you a quick little tour. And I was laughing because Clayton is awake this time. So say hi, bud. Say hi to the camera. Say hi to all of our viewers. So this is now our kitchen. We got our new flooring put in. So things are looking good. They're just going to come back tomorrow and finish a few things. So I figured I'd give you a little tour there while I got the cream cheese out of the microwave. I don't like to soften it that way, but unfortunately, seeing as how my kitchen is the way that it is, I didn't get a chance to pull it out. I'm trying to get this to sit. Okay. Did not get a chance to pull it out in time to have it ready and have it softened for this. So the last bit of this direction is to shred the chicken for the sake of room in the kitchen. I'm going to do this in the crock pot. So let me grab a big fork here and a knife. We can start pulling that apart. I know I got my back to you guys here. Kind of shred as much as I can. This isn't going to be as shredded as it probably should be, but that's what you get for being lazy on a step, I suppose. Let me get another fork here to make it easier. I'm gonna bring you guys over here for a minute so that I feel like I can actually face you and talk to you now. So we'll finish shredding this chicken. It smells really good. I'll give you guys a little peek at it too. I bet the guys were wondering what was in this crock pot all day. They could smell it while they were here working on the house. So we're just shredding up this chicken. Clayton's hanging out with me in the kitchen. He's being quiet. He's not talking to you guys yet. Definitely a really easy, quick fix meal. Not many steps. Just a little bit of prep work in the beginning. And the shredding part. Like I said, there is an easier way to do this. I just chose to make it more difficult. Alright. All about the crock-pot meals. Especially when you don't have a working stove right now. My stove is in the middle of my kitchen. While we get this remodel done. Alright. So I think we're about good there. Okay, so once you have shredded your chicken, we're going to add the 1/4 cup of half and half to our crock pot. Add that in there. And then we have softened cream cheese that we are going to add in there. I realize that this camera at this angle of lighting is horrible. Alright. So what we do now is we mix it all up. The cream cheese and the half and half are going to make it a little bit thicker and creamier. So you can kind of see what we are stirring around in here, making it creamier. So what you're going to do after this part, once you mix it up really good, you are going to put the crock pot back on high for about 15 minutes, just to give this time to thicken up. So we're going to go ahead and get this all mixed up here. Put it on for about another 15 minutes, and then it is bon appetit time. So I hope that you have enjoyed this, and we will keep you posted on more recipes.